This is Elliot from the Early Stage Investor. Today we're going to talk about what we have to look forward to for ICP in the coming months. Well, this comes from Dominic Williams. The first mainstreaming of Caffeine AI is coming mid-October. Caffeine AI will combine with blockchain cloud / ICP, producing a new self-writing tech stack where anyone can build anything on-chain through chat. That is super empowering. You don't have to pay a coder. You don't have to be technical. You can just talk and create whatever software you want. Massive. So they're just lowering the cost of producing software. So the technology is unbelievable. It's going mainstream. What about price action? Where we just started Q4 2025. Look what happened 4 years ago in 2021. We had a massive bull market in the price of Bitcoin and altcoins. Look what happened 4 years before that in 2017. We had a massive bull market in Bitcoin and altcoins. What about 2013? 4 years before that, a massive bull market, right? So Q4 of every fourth year is an unbelievable bull market. ICP had $100+ billion market cap in the last bull market. Where's it going to go in this bull market? And whether you love the Trumps or detest the Trumps, you can't deny their power and influence. Here is Eric Trump talking about what to expect in Q4 for crypto overall.
You know, crypto solves all of these problems, and I've fallen in love with it. I think it's incredible. It's growing faster than the internet grew, and we're on the 1 yard line of cryptocurrency, and the future is incredible. The future is bright. The future is incredible. And I think fourth quarter of this year is going to be unbelievable for a host of reasons. You see what's happening with M2, which is, the money supply around the world, which is skyrocketing right now.
So he's saying Q4 is going to be massive for crypto. He knows something about what the government is doing. Obviously, we know they're trying to lower interest rates. We know altcoins are correlated to liquidity and lower interest rates. So financially, price action wise, we have a lot to look forward to. Technologically for ICP, we obviously have a lot to look forward to. So let's dive into what some people are creating with Caffeine AI. In just a few prompts, I was able to build an app using Caffeine AI that shows you information of all the recently added parking tickets in San Francisco on a 3D map. This is hosted entirely on a blockchain, ICP obviously. Look at that map. That was just created with Caffeine AI. Massive. Building a game worlds editor with Caffeine AI. You can just start editing games and metaverses. Anything software can do, apparently, you can do it with Caffeine AI. That's two examples of what we have to look forward to. I can't wait to use this software. Again, it's just so unbelievably empowering. It gives you a superpower. And so what we've been doing behind the scenes, as we covered in last week's video, is building up total value locked on Solana. I have a massive bag of locked ICP. I want to do everything I can to make that moon in price. The way I'm helping out is bringing Solana total value locked over to ICP. That's going to bring utility, that's going to bring transactions, and that's going to bring cycle burns. And we know that means a deflationary ICP price. So I'm bringing utility and activity from Solana onto ICP. Our meme coin is WAGMI. It crossed the $200,000 market cap last week. It is growing. I want all that total value locked, all that utility, all that community to move on to ICP. But first I want to absorb Solana. I want to combine the ecosystems. That's what we need. We need a bridge between ICP and some of these other ecosystems. And I don't believe in just like taking liquidity from the ICP ecosystem. I believe in getting some external liquidity, moving that onto ICP. That's why we created WAGMI. Again, skyrocketing, unbelievable tokenomics. The revenues earned from my Patreon and my YouTube is going to buy back this token. That's why it continues to skyrocket. Obviously, we've seen a lot of buys and some organic upward buying pressure from the community. Also, my Patreon members are incentivized to buy it because the more they hold this token, the more they buy of this token, the more they earn of this token as passive income. So there is an unbelievable flywheel. We found a project that had 0 insiders in it, 0 big whales in it, which means 0 insiders selling, or very, 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 very little insider selling. That's why we see an unbelievable upward price chart. We have the revenue flywheel, and we're just getting started, right? What happens when the next Solana meme coin season happens? The liquidity pool skyrockets in value. This skyrockets in value. And again, we have unbelievable tokenomics with very, very little insider selling. But what gets really exciting is the utility that ICP provides. Caffeine AI is going to let us build whatever we want for this project. It could be a chess tournament where people just compete and the winner earns a bunch of these tokens. That causes activity on ICP. That causes cycle burns on ICP. And that's a potential flywheel. It could be a tournament of anything. We can create any game we want. And it can be centered around this total value lock that was brought over from Solana. There's so much we can do. So it gets very exciting when you have a bunch of total value lock. You have Caffeine AI. We can combine them and make something unbelievable on ICP. So what I really want to do is hear from you. What do you think we should do with this? Because the sky's the absolute limit. There's all sorts of ideas. Gaming tournaments, competitions. What do you think? I'd love to hear the community's ideas. So, and you know I read every comment. So just let me know what you think. But the future is so unbelievably bright. Q4 into 2026, we should have unbelievable price action. That's what we've been talking about on this channel. Phenomenal setup for liquidity in altcoins. Caffeine AI is rolling out. That's going to empower us to do unbelievable things if we can increase the total value locked of this asset even higher, right? The higher it goes, the more demand, the more engagement and activity on ICP. So that's what we're building behind the scenes. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. So much to look forward to.